Hi everyone, and welcome back to our third video this week. It's Faith here today to bring you Wednesday's workout, a combination of lessons on physical and emotional health. Often, we associate working out and exercise with improving our physical health, but there are so many emotional health benefits to exercise that aren't as commonly known. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so before we jump into it, let's talk about today's topics. So firstly, we're going to talk about how exercise can benefit both our physical and our emotional health. Let's recall that our physical health is going to have to do with things like our immune system and how our body feels, and our emotional health is going to talk about how we are feeling on the inside. We're also going to talk about how we can exercise during the coronavirus pandemic. So we're going to talk about some different ways that we can do exercises at home, what we can do to socially distance and still exercise and remain active. And we're also going to talk about a short exercise routine that we can do at home if we can't get outside to socially distance safely. Lastly, we're also going to talk about how exercising can improve our focus, and we're going to tie this back into mindfulness that we talked about on Monday. So first, let's dive a little bit deeper into exercise and our emotional health. A really key component of our emotional health that's impacted by exercise is feeling more energized. When we're working out, after we work out, we feel a lot more full of energy, which seems like it would be counterproductive since we're using energy to exercise. But it's like a mental reset for our brain. It also boosts our self-esteem. So we feel good after we work out, and we also feel more relaxed. These are all due to the release of endorphins. Endorphins are chemicals in our brain that produce positive feelings that are associated with positive emotional health. So when we're doing exercises, we ultimately are feeling better about ourselves, and our emotional health improves due to the release of these chemicals in our brain to produce these positive feelings. Okay, so exercise and our physical health. A really key component of exercise and physical health that is not as commonly known is that it boosts our immune system. Exercise also promotes sleep and memory, so we sleep better at night and get a more restful night's sleep if we're exercising properly, which also causes us to remember things better. So our memory improves when our sleep quality improves. Lastly, exercise strengthens our muscles and our bones. So now that we know the importance of exercising that has impacts on both our emotional and our physical health, how can we exercise at home and socially distance at the same time? Most of the time when we exercise, we're out and doing something with our friends, like being at recess, or maybe we're playing our favorite sport or something. But obviously with social distancing implicated right now, it's not as easy to do those things. So let's start by deciding to set aside a time each day to get outside. If we have a schedule, which we talked about a little bit yesterday with Amber, it's so important to have a schedule. So maybe set aside a time each day that you could get outside for a half an hour or 45 minutes. Another good idea of getting outside is to ask a parent if you can go for a walk together. It's nice that you can walk and talk with them and also get some fresh air. Fresh air is really, really good for you. Also, if you have any pets, play with your pets or take your dog for a walk. If you can't safely practice social distancing outside, then do some indoor workouts. There's plenty of things that you can do inside. You could do some indoor workouts, you could dance, or you could look on YouTube for some other workouts. But I have one here that I think that you guys might really enjoy, so let's go through an example. Pause this video at any given point when we're explaining how to do the exercises so that you can follow along with them. This exercise routine is taken from kidshealth.org. And I'm going to include the link in the description of this video if you'd like to look at some other workouts. So let's start with sky reaches. You're going to repeat these 3 times. You're going to start by standing up. Then you're going to swing your arms up towards the sky. Stand up on your tippy toes, reach for the sky, and keep your body tight. And you're going to hold this for 15 seconds. Then you're going to lower your heels and arms. This is also a really good mindful activity to do, so this will help you to relax and reset. Okay, so next we're going to do shoulder blasts. We're going to repeat these 10 times. So you're going to start by holding your arms straight out at your sides. You're going to make arm circles moving forwards. You're going to start by making smaller circles, gradually making the circles larger. When they're just about as large as you can get, then you're going to reverse it. Make arm circles backwards, starting with the large circles that you were previously making, and then gradually making the circles smaller. You're going to raise your arms in front of your body and move your arms up and down. Then you're going to raise your arms above your head and wave them side to side like a windshield wiper. Then you're going to pump your arms above your head as if you were raising the roof. Next, we're going to do some squats. So we're going to repeat these 10 times. You're going to start by standing with your legs about shoulder width apart. You're going to hold your arms out in front of your body and slowly bend your knees to squat down until your thighs are parallel with the floor. Then you're going to rise up slowly and repeat. Next, we're going to do hand walks. We're going to repeat these 5 times. You're going to start by bending forwards at your waist. Reach down and touch your hands onto the floor. You're going to walk your hands out for a count of 8, and then walk your hands to the left for a count of 4. Then you're going to walk your hands back to the center for a count of 4, walk your hands to the right for a count of 4, and walk your hands back to the center once again for a count of 4. Then you're going to walk your hands back for a count of 8, and then stand back up straight as you did when you first started. Next, we're going to do star jumps. We're going to repeat these 10 times. So firstly, you're going to start by squatting until your thighs are parallel to the floor, like you did when you did squats. From this position, you're going to then jump up, reaching your hands and feet out like a star. You're going to softly land on your feet and drop back into the squat position, and then keep repeating this exercise. Lastly, we're going to do mountain climbers, and we're going to do this 20 times, so we're going to do 20 foot switches. You're going to start by being on the floor and going to a plank position by putting your hands flat on the floor, shoulder width apart. You're going to put your arms out straight, and you're going to keep your back flat. Then you're going to raise one leg at a time, mimicking a running motion, and switching 1 foot at a time. If you enjoyed these exercises and you want more, visit the Kids Health link that I've included in the video, and it's also going to be in the description box below. There's more exercises that you can do on that website. Okay, so let's start to wrap everything up. Let's talk about exercise and improving our focus. So when we exercise, as we talked about before a little bit, we're feeling refreshed, and it stimulates the brain. So by exercising, we're getting rid of this extra energy. So it's really important to distinguish between mental energy and physical energy. So a lot of the times, especially in times like this with the pandemic, we're using a lot more of our mental energy than our physical energy. So we might feel mentally tired because of this, but not physically tired. So it's important to keep a balance between our mental and physical energy and levels of tiredness. So say that we're feeling very mentally tired, but not physically tired at all. This creates a situation that makes it very hard for us to sleep. So if we exhaust this physical energy, it will then match the level of mental energy that we have left, and we'll be able to sleep better at night. Tying this back into mindfulness, it is important to be mindful about when you need to exercise. So if you're feeling really mentally drained, it's a good idea to take a break and exercise, and we'll be in a better mood to do our work. Alright, I had so much fun talking to you guys today, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Make sure to join Amber tomorrow for Terminating Germs on Thursday. And I hope that you guys are all having a great week, and I hope that you continue to have a great week as well. Bye everyone!